Hey girl, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Come on and let me sneak you out and have a celebration. A celebration. The music up, the windows down. Yeah, we'll be doing what we do, just pretending that we're cool, and we know it too. Yeah, we'll keep doing what we do, just pretending that we're cool. So tonight, let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love, and never, never, never stop for anyone. Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young. And live while we're young. Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young. Hey girl, it's now or never. It's now or never. Don't overthink, just let it go. And if we get together, yeah, get together. Don't let the pictures leave your phone. Oh, yeah, we'll be doing what we do, just pretending that we're cool. So tonight, let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's love, and never, never, never stop for anyone. Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young.
The graduation ceremony for the George Mason University class of 2020 has now begun. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Welcome to all of our 2020 graduates. Welcome also to the families and friends, significant others, and all who that have come to support and be with you on this very special day. Also welcome to our colleague deans and colleague members of the faculty, colleague members of the George Mason University staff for being with us as well as we together celebrate this very special day at George Mason University. I'm Mark Ginsberg, and I have the honor and privilege to serve as the Provost and Executive Vice President of our university, and also the honor of presiding over this afternoon's ceremony. Well, finally, this day is dedicated to you, our 2020 graduates. We're so glad it's here, and we're so glad you've come back to join with us. So glad to see many of you. Martin Luther King Jr. stated once that education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Well, as you know, we unfortunately were unable to hold our commencement ceremonies as we had hoped and planned in person last spring or even during the winter due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we were so sorry then not to celebrate with you in person. However, we made that decision not to hold our graduation last year and in December so that we would all remain as safe and as healthy as possible. Yet sadly, throughout our nation and around the world, more than 3 million lives were tragically lost since last spring to the pandemic, spring of 2020. Out of respect for those whose lives were taken by the pandemic, by this illness known as COVID-19, I ask that you observe a moment of silent meditation in memory of those who were lost. Thank you. Out of respect, I also ask that all of our graduates, family, and friends please stay seated throughout the duration of today's mini ceremony, and I thank you for your cooperation so that together we all will comply with the policies of the Commonwealth of Virginia and also George Mason University. Now, as we begin our mini ceremony in honor of our 2020 grads, I'm pleased to introduce you to my colleagues who are joining me on the stage today and who will speak with you briefly as well. First, Professor Shannon Davis, who is Professor of Sociology and Chair of the Faculty Senate here at George Mason. Shannon? And also Professor Ken Walsh. Dr. Walsh is Professor of Engineering and Chief of Staff to our University President, Gregory Washington. Again, welcome. Our degree celebration is a joyous occasion. Graduates, through this mini ceremony, we together celebrate your achievements, the completion of your degree, even a year late, while also acknowledging that you have also begun the next phase of your professional journey and the next part of your life. To the class of 2020, I welcome you back to our campus, and together with all of us here at the university, I offer you our sincere congratulations, belatedly, of course, but on behalf of the entire university community. You know, last year, your graduation day was not as was expected, as I mentioned, but I do hope that you had the opportunity to dial in or at least be on the computer to see and witness and attend the virtual commencement ceremony that took place in spring of 2020 and also in December 2020. While you officially graduated then, we were forced, and you together, we all were forced abruptly and of course very unexpectedly to close our campus as the virus began to rage. During the spring and fall of 2020, we pivoted to a virtual format, and in 2 weeks, in the spring of 2020, more than 10,000 classes, more than 10,000 courses were shifted from a face-to-face format to a virtual format. We asked you to adjust and adapt. We asked you to consider and be inspired by new structures for learning. And indeed, the last year has been challenging in so many ways for all of us. It's been challenging academically, it has been challenging professionally, and certainly it has been challenging personally. Although difficult, I hope that you've remained healthy, continued to remain engaged with George Mason, and I hope that you've thrived as you've begun your post-degree experiences, despite the challenges we all faced, and in fact we continue to face. Well, this day, this ceremony, finally is dedicated to you, and we're so glad you're with us today to celebrate with you and your classmates. We're so happy you've returned to the campus. The class of 2020 began its journey at Mason with many dreams, and you brought to the university many talents. And graduations are times when dreams are dreamt, but also times when plans are made. As you considered your dreams and continued to plan for your future, I share with you a short and meaningful poem written by the author Langston Hughes, a poem entitled Dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, a field frozen with snow. I hope for each of you that your dreams are vibrant and that you discover how they can be within reach, remain meaningful, remain inspirational, and most of all, that your dreams will come true. Throughout your time at Mason, as you formed your dreams and set out on a path to achieve your goals, you also contributed to Mason in important, but also in lasting ways. We cheered your achievements. We all wore green and gold to show our support. You moved forward on your path that continued your education and prepared you for entering the workforce or continuing your studies or doing whatever it is that you've chosen to do. But also, it sets you on the path to continue and enhance your career and professional development. We, the faculty and staff and administration of your university, are so proud for what you've achieved, and even more proud for what you have needed to endure. But we certainly are so proud of what you've accomplished. And I know that I speak for your family, significant others, friends and relatives, as well as all of us here at Mason who have supported you and whom you too have supported. We are so proud of your accomplishments, and we are honored to celebrate your graduation even a year late here at George Mason. I'm reminded of a passage in the book Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami, which I believe captures the essence of this very moment. The passage addresses storms and what storms do to us mentally and emotionally. And it still notes that storms cause an evolution within each of us. And once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through or how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. Congratulations. You are not the same person that walked into George Mason years ago, and I know that you're a better person for it today. I wish you the very best. And now it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Professor Shannon Davis, who will share some brief thoughts with you and provide brief remarks. Professor Davis currently chairs and serves as the chair of Mason's Faculty Senate. In fact, her 2-year term as chair of our Faculty Senate ends, believe it or not, today. I think at 5 p.m., so about the time this ceremony will conclude. In essence, she too is graduating, at least from this prestigious leadership position. She also served as co-chair of Mason's Presidential Search Committee, which resulted in the hiring of our fabulous new president, Gregory Washington. Dr. Davis will assume a new leadership position at George Mason later this month as she takes up the post of Associate Dean for Faculty and Academic Affairs at George Mason University's campus outside of Seoul, Korea, in Incheon. She's been a member of our faculty since 2006, professor of sociology, decorated, the recipient of many honors, the author of books and many, many articles. It's my pleasure to introduce the chair of Mason's Faculty Senate, my colleague, my dear friend, Shannon Davis.
Good afternoon. All right, let's try that again. Good afternoon. Much better, even with those masks. It's a happy day. I know that you're ready to yell and scream in just a few moments, so I'm glad we got a chance to get a little bit of that started right now. It is absolutely my honor and privilege to welcome you back to campus now as alumni of George Mason University. As chair of the Faculty Senate, I speak for all faculty when I say we are so happy to be able to celebrate this important milestone, your graduation, with you. As alumni, you are continuing to make the transformative changes to the world around us that you began when you were students. You're entrepreneurs, leaders, advocates, agents of local and global change. Students pursuing further education so you can be both the educators and leaders of the next generation. As Mason alumni, you are creating a more just and equitable world. You're serving your communities, using your analytical abilities, critical thinking, communication skills to bring to the fore new ideas, approaches, and opportunities for others to be a part of the world we want to be a part of. You are role models for your families, your neighbors, your communities, as many of you were already working and making a difference while you were here at school at Mason. As a first-generation college graduate myself, I know how important this graduation ceremony is for you and for your entire family. The sacrifices made by all make this delayed celebration even sweeter. I am so thrilled that you have taken the time to come back and to celebrate with us, the faculty and staff who were a part of your educational journey. You are the reason we are here. And your successes are why we continue to teach our classes, support internships and practicums, assign and grade papers, mentor thesis and doctoral projects, and shed those happy tears when you cross this stage. Thank you for sharing this day with us. I'll be a little delayed. I wish for each of you continued success, continued happiness, and continued connection to the community that is George Mason University. Be safe, be well, and stay in touch so that we as faculty can continue to share in all of your many successes. Enjoy today. You have deserved it. Provost Ginsburg.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, it's now the time in our program that I know you've all been waiting for. I want to take a moment to introduce our university marshals and those who will read the names of our candidates before I ask you to come forward and begin the processional of graduates. University Marshal Star Muir, Sharon Carabella, and Jeanette Muir will be our marshals who will be reading names. I'm pleased to welcome them to the stage as well. I ask that our 2020 graduates now proceed to the stage as directed by the ushers and our marshals. I ask that you please maintain an appropriate distance, social distance, as you approach the stage, while keeping your mask in place until you come on the stage, at which time we invite you to take your mask off as you come on the stage so that you can take pictures with your mask off if you choose to do so. When your photograph is taken and after that occurs, if you'd like to put your mask back on, we would like to ask you to do that. That would be good as well. Well, we welcome your family and friends and others who are here with you to take photographs of you as you cross the stage. we ask others who are with you not to come to the stage while the processional takes place in order to maintain social distance. And after you leave the stage, we ask that you return to your seats as directed by our ushers and our university marshals. Once again, it's the time we've all been waiting for. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
It's not a degree, just in recreation studies.
Provost Wu, I am pleased to present the students who have completed the Mason Life program. Kyler Reese in Sports Management and Child Development.
Wong Fan in Recreation Studies and a minor in Sports Industry Studies.
Alexander Bolden in Sports Management and Recreation.
Dean Ginsburg, it is my privilege to present our Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, Andrew Humphreys.
Provost Ginsburg, I am pleased to present the following candidates for the degrees for which they stand. Sienna Kunze, Bachelor of Science in Integrative Studies.
Cynthia Kosakowski, Master of Education and Special Education.
Kathleen A. Fenton, Master of Education in Early Childhood Special Education.
Ariel Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Studies.
Anthony Scanzo Masiero, Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Tamira Daniels, Bachelor of Science, Criminology, Law, and Society with a minor in Forensic Psychology.
Nadia Gansler, Bachelor of Arts in Economics.
Tracy Lynn Hayes with a Bachelor of Individualized Study.
Bachelor's in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Alexis Spencer, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies and a minor in Chinese.
Lital Burr, Master of Education in Special Education.
Syra Flores, a Bachelor in Social Work.
Misael Nathaniel Diaz Soto, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Jill Dale, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a Media Theory concentration.
Madison Wernis, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a concentration in Public Relations.
Patrick Maslinsky, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, concentrating in journalism.
Fadwa Cardi, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Kusai Shabsig, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society, and a minor in Intelligence Analysis.
Soliana Teame, Bachelor of Science in Health Administration with a minor in Information Technology.
Caleb Chrisley, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology with a minor in English.
Grace May, Master of Arts in History.
Kiara Marpel Mason, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a concentration in Public Relations.
Evan Spitek, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Computer Game Design.
David Hamlet, Bachelor of Science in Psychology with a concentration in Clinical and Forensic Psychology and a minor in Data Analysis.
Daniel Smith, Bachelor of Arts in English.
Emily Sheehan, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction Literacy.
Haneen El Faki, Bachelor of Science in Community Health with a minor in Health Promotion.
Sarah Scannell, Bachelor of Science in Health Administration and Policy, Health Informatics concentration.
Mariam Almashiki, Master of Education in Psychology.
Prashmi Gupta, Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration.
Megan French, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction with a concentration in literacy.
Monksal Aronbolt, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Camden Powers, Bachelor of Arts in English.
Christopher Malone, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Video Studies, concentration in Producing and Directing, minor in Photography.
Adam Fletcher, Masters in Educational Leadership.
Mackenzie Love, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a concentration in Media Production.
Christina Wynn, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
David Barrera, Bachelor of Arts in History.
Cecilia Abina Armo, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Christopher Maxwell, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design.
Lara D. Hahn, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Blair Collingwood, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Video Studies.
Jordan Burkhart, Bachelor's in Criminology, Law, and Society with a minor in Forensic Psychology.
Rajani Joshi, Masters of Education in Special Education.
George Paz, Masters in Special Education.
Eric Paz, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology.
Kristen Greiner, Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
Vanessa Webb, Master of Arts for Teaching.
Mary Kate McCleary, Master of Education in Special Education.
Maria Ricks, Bachelor of Arts in Global Affairs.
John Kalke, Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Take your mask off. Elvira Prince, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, concentration in Journalism.
Edwards, Bachelor of Science in Rehabilitation Science.
Hannah Chong, Master of Education in Multilingual and Multicultural Education.
Ali McCool, Master of Science in Special Education.
Stephanie Gazzo, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Madeline Avila, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Savannah Berryman, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Lee Burt, Bachelor of Science in Tourism and Events Management.
Sandra Lacaros, Bachelor of Arts in Global Affairs, concentrating in human security.
Christina Chrysovalantou Giannoukas, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction.
Justin Larkin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Computer Game Design.
Athena Privet, Master of Arts in Special Education.
Kirsten Thurman, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology.
Shubham Sharma, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society with a minor in Intelligence Analysis.
Claire Underwood, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with minors in Environmental Science and Spanish.
Kirsten Faith Robinson, Bachelor of Arts in Communications with concentrations in Journalism and Public Relations.
Johanna Earnhardt, Bachelor of Science in Economics.
Albert Blomberg, Bachelor of Arts in Communication with a minor in Business.
Michelle Ayensu Peters, Bachelor of Science in Community Health.
Michelle Anai Macario, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society with minors in Intelligence Analysis and Forensic Psychology.
Eileen Hartzell, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society.
Elise Singleton, Bachelor of Science in Clinical Psychology.
Jennifer Acevedo, Bachelor of Arts in Human Development and Family Science.
Alejandro Pezzo, Masters of Education in Counseling and Development.
Dion Maurice Maith, Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Studies, concentrating in International Studies.
Brianna Mercille Hayes, Bachelor of Science in Community Health with a minor in Health Promotion.
Sohel Moni Islam, Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology and Global Affairs.
Brea Lent, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Abigail Trinidad, Bachelor of Science in Community Health.
Sandra Quiroga Richer, Bachelor of Individualized Studies in Community Health and Data Science.
Grace O, Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Studies, Master of Education in Special Education.
Kanchan Tomar, Masters in Health Informatics with a concentration in Management.
Ujvala Polapedi, Masters in Health Informatics and a Graduate Certificate in Data Analytics.
Kaylin Villa-Gomez, Bachelor of Science in Tourism and Events Management.
Lima Shakib, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society, minors in Psychology and Forensic Psychology, and a concentration in Homeland Security and Justice.
Yusra Hassan, Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design with a minor in Photography.
Amil Shakib, Bachelor of Science in Community Health with a concentration in Clinical Sciences.
Ashley Joyner, Master of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a concentration in Social Entrepreneurship.
Mohammed Safuri, Bachelor of Arts in Film and Video Studies, concentrating in film directing.
Kristen Kidwell, Bachelor of Science in Psychology.
Ariba Atik, Bachelor of Arts in Global Affairs with a minor in ISOM.
Jennifer De Leon, Bachelor of Science in Criminology, Law, and Society and with a minor in Forensic Psychology. Provost Ginsburg, this concludes the presentation of degree candidates.
Thank you all very much. Can we have all of our graduates please stand? Let's thank them all. Let's thank and congratulate all of our 2020 graduates. We honor all of you and applaud your achievements and celebrate your accomplishments. Now I'm very pleased to introduce my colleague and friend, Professor Ken Walsh. Dr. Walsh is Professor of Engineering and also serves as Chief of Staff to our University President, Gregory Washington. Ken?
Well, look at that. You've graduated and the sun came out. 2020, was a year unlike any other. Talk about a voyage long and strange. It's a year that we couldn't have anticipated and a year that we'll all remember for the rest of our lives. While your original graduation date was not to be celebrated in the way that we all expected, please know that we celebrated you then and we celebrate you now in this special moment, even though it's different than we all imagined. You inspire me, and I offer you my personal congratulations, and we at Mason delight in recognizing you. And we recognize you really for two reasons. We, of course, congratulate you for your accomplishments and for the hard work that brought you to this moment. But let's be honest, you're 2020 graduates. You chose to come back. So I'm guessing somebody in your life said, sure, you graduated. So congratulations on being able to call them today and say, I told you so. We're really thrilled to celebrate this day with you, particularly with your family and other supporters. All of us have to learn at some point in our lives that there are moments that are not about you. And graduates, though this is your day, what I'm about to say is really not about you. It's been said that it takes a village to achieve success for others, and you didn't get here alone. At this time, I'd like to ask parents, siblings, spouses, partners, children, significant others, and friends of the graduates who guided and supported them to this moment, will all of you please stand and be recognized by the rest of us for your efforts. Thank you so much, especially from our graduates. Please thank these supporters. Thank you so very much. Commencement is such an odd time because it represents both an ending and a beginning. Your graduation last year was the end of your formal university education, but as you've now seen for a whole year, not the end of your education. In fact, in many ways, just the start of an informal education across the rest of your career. It's been called a moment of inflection or a significant turning, and perhaps that's true more for you than for any graduates before or since. For all of you, graduation marked the beginning of a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and an unwavering and unending commitment to your community, to your family, and to your Mason family. We hope that this will be the start and continuation of a lifelong relationship with your alma mater. And as recent alumni, the university will be offering you many opportunities to engage in an ever-growing global alumni network. And we really hope that you will become and remain an engaged and supportive alumni of our university because, after all, as you know, once a patriot, always a patriot. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Ken. But let me also take this opportunity to thank the members of our entire Mason community, our faculty and staff who mentored, guided, and supported you, and also take a moment to thank the leadership and the administration of the university who helped to plan today's ceremony. I want to particularly thank Rachel Quinn and the staff of our events management group, who just a month ago learned that we would be able to hold in-person commencement ceremonies. And in 1 month did the impossible and the improbable. They planned 16 commencement ceremonies that allowed all of us to come together and celebrate, and let's just celebrate them. Thank you very much to our team. I also want to thank our public health teams who have worked tirelessly And man, I really do mean tirelessly over the last 14 or 15 months to keep us healthy and safe. And they've also organized COVID testing centers. We test routinely about 10,000 people a week on our campus. And our vaccination centers have vaccinated over 75,000 people right here in the Eagle Bank Arena to your right. In fact, tomorrow we'll be vaccinating about 2,000 children and adolescents who are coming to our campus to be vaccinated tomorrow. It's a great tribute to what our teams have done. I also want to thank our university marshals and ushers, our readers on the stage, who have helped and made this ceremony so glorious. I also want to especially send a thank you to the people who work most closely with me on my staff, Sarah Parnell and Pam Shepard, for helping to make this day possible as well. And of course, a special thank you to the leadership of the Commonwealth of Virginia, particularly the Office of Governor Ralph Northam and his staff, the Department of Education, and the Department of Health, who allowed and encouraged a framework for us to all participate in today's ceremony and to do so safely and appropriately. In closing, it is a time of hope. It's also a time of renewal that we celebrate today. It marks the transfer of knowledge, it marks the transfer of culture from our faculty and our entire university community to you, our recent 2020 graduates. The gowns, the hoods, the caps, the medals, the tassels, the regalia that we all wear today are symbols of your diligence, of your dedication, and certainly of your many achievements, and that you have accepted the obligation to undertake uncommon responsibilities. In today's world, you are a group to whom much will be asked. Much will be expected, and I am confident, more than hopeful, I'm confident that you will accomplish a great deal. I charge you to strive to make a difference, a positive difference each and every day. And in doing so, we depend upon you to contribute to your profession, remain contributing to our university, embed yourself and contribute to your community. And I ask you, I implore you, I expect you to help to build a better society for us all. You know, it's been said the best way to predict the future is to create it. I wish you success and joy in creating that future for all of us. To each, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Thank you once again. Thank you for coming back to George Mason. It's a great honor to participate in this celebration in your honor today. Thank you all very much.
Please remain seated while the platform party recesses. Thank you.
George Mason, we honor you today. Our alma mater is the source of patriot pride. From far and near around the world we come to learn side by side.
Our namesake George Mason saw truths that few could Congratulations, graduates. Please remain seated until your row is dismissed by an usher or university marshal. We want to ensure everyone's health and safety. Please maintain 6 feet of social distance from other parties when exiting.
It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Celebrate good times, come on. Celebrate good times, come on. It's a